After 1,095 days of staying clean from porn and fapping, things started happening in my life that most people only dream about. My life changed in a way I never expected, and in this video, I'll reveal exactly what happened. So it didn't start that way. Before I ever made it this far, I struggled with this addiction for years, and those years felt like hell. There were days I would fap 2 or 3 times, and afterward, I'd just sit there feeling empty. Not emotional in a dramatic way, just drained. Like all my energy and drive had been pulled out of me. I was skinny and unhealthy, my face covered in pimples, my body constantly tired. But worse than how I looked was how I felt around people. I was socially anxious to the point where even basic eye contact felt uncomfortable. If a girl asked me what time it was, I would look at my watch, tell her the time, and walk away without ever looking at her properly. It sounds exaggerated, but that was genuinely how insecure I had become. Mentally, I was stuck in a loop. I would spend hours playing Crash Royale, and the moment I felt stressed, bored, or angry, I'd escape back into corn. It became my coping mechanism. Every relapse came with the same promise: this is the last time. But a few hours later, or maybe a few days if I was lucky, I'd be back in the same place. That cycle repeated itself over and over again until I realized motivation alone wasn't enough. I had tried quitting hundreds of times by just deciding to stop, and it never worked long term. What finally changed things was building a system, and I only realized that after months and years of trying. I won't go into every detail of what I did to quit here since I've already made videos explaining the exact steps, but the core thing was this: I changed my daily behavior. I redesigned my routines. More importantly, I changed how I saw myself. Instead of fighting an addiction every day, I focused on becoming a different person, someone who simply didn't rely on that habit anymore. Once that shift happened, my life started moving in a completely different direction. I began making money online, not because NoFap magically gives you money, but because I finally had focus. Without constant distractions, I could sit down and work for hours without escaping into cheap dopamine. The same thing happened in the gym. I committed to training 5 times a week and pushed myself consistently. Over time, I stopped being the skinny guy who got laughed at and started building a physique I was proud of. My health improved as well. My skin cleared up, my face looked brighter, my energy levels increased, and I felt genuinely happier on a daily basis. As my confidence grew, my social life improved naturally. I found myself holding real conversations and staying present instead of overthinking every word. Eye contact stopped feeling intimidating, and talking to strangers slowly became normal rather than stressful. Even being outside around people no longer felt that stressful. Little by little, I became more productive, more disciplined, and more aligned with my goals. I started reading, learning, improving my relationships, and building habits that supported the future I wanted instead of sabotaging it. Now, some people will say this is coincidence, or that quitting doesn't really change anything, but often the people who say that are simply trying to justify staying where they are. It's easier to dismiss change than commit to it. I've seen plenty of comments claiming it doesn't matter or that nothing improves, but if you keep doing the same things, you'll keep getting the same results. If you truly want a different life, you have to change your behavior and your identity. And if you want to know exactly what system helped me break that cycle for good, I've explained it step by step in this video right here. James was here.